Hey YouTube, Grinder McGee back again with another knife video, this time on a somewhat anticipated blade from my end, the Gerber Strongarm. Last week I was doing a Gerber product, the Gerber Myth, nice little tongue-in-cheek joke, stab at the survivalist community, a little paring knife. But it got me searching the internet, you know, looking for a Gerber quality product. I know they've had some they don't get a lot of love on the interweb because they kind of make some junk, but I found some reviews, especially on YouTube, of a gauntlet of this knife being passed around. Found it pretty favorable, so it definitely has the mass appeal look to it with the bayonet style blade and the saber grind and the really nice handle here with the double guard. It's got this Zytel handle with a rubber overmold. Really likes to click into that sheath. It's got actually a really nice little sheath for a factory knife, around 50 bucks. And guess what else, y'all? It's made in the USA, Portland, Oregon. Oh my gosh, that sounds like a win-win-win on every level. But here comes the bad news. I got one in my hand today. It's a total piece of junk. It's about 7.5 ounces. Just the knife by itself is like 7.5 ounces. It's not sharp enough to cut a piece of fruit, so I'm not going to do it like I had been doing it. Listen to my thumb. If that was a Mora knife, I'd be cutting myself to the bone. This knife is not sharp, guys. The grind is okay, you know, I guess, but the way that the edge is ground is a total insult and an embarrassment. Let's see if I can get the camera to really capture it. Look at that. Okay, that side, that's okay. Let's turn it over. Look at that. Look at this lopsided ass tip on this knife. Look at that lopsided ass knife. That's made in USA quality? Come on, man. Can I even fix that with a freaking work sharp? That's made in USA quality. Oh, okay, here's one I had on the table. I'm already getting wired. Here's one I had on the table last week, Gerber Big Rock. 35 bucks. You remember what that one looked like, right? It's got an actual knife grind, right, with a tip that'll actually do something. Remember that? It's only 35 bucks. It's not made in the USA. Oh, but that's a looks like a Harzy influenced design that came out a few years ago. Let's just go over some other options, ways to spend your money better. Why this is a total waste. And once again, it has the mass appeal, so I'm sure that it's just going to be sold so many units. But I mean, you'd be better off with a freaking Gerber, the Bear Grylls Ultimate Survival Knife. At least that one had an edge on it. We got the SOG Northwest Ranger, about 50-60 bucks. This knife came out of the box, super sharp, nice grippy handle. You know, it doesn't have some of the same features as this knife, so, you know, like it doesn't have the glass breaker, it doesn't have a really excellent sheath. You know, you'd have to make a sheath made for it to suit your needs, but damn, that knife gets really sharp. It's made out of AUS-8 steel, about a 5.5 inch blade on that one. Showed you the Big Rock already. Let's just pull out one more around that $50 range here. You know, everybody knows what this one is by this point. This is the Mora Black. Let me figure out how to hold it so that you can tell what the hell it is. Mora Bushcraft Black. Awesome. So sharp. Of course, I love Mora, so I'm totally always biased against Mora. I don't think you can do better than a Mora knife as far as a fixed blade utility knife under 7-8 inches. I think Mora is the way to go. But you know, I just wanted to try some other stuff. I mean, you know, I like the Gerber Big Rock. Yeah, I've been carrying it since I found out that it sliced so well in the kitchen. The other week I've been trying it on some other tasks, and it works good. Whittling a tent peg and doing all kinds of other utility stuff. So I thought maybe, you know, this one definitely has the look. It's made in the USA. You know, let's give it a try. And then I just couldn't be more disappointed than this. Look at where the edge grind starts down here. See if I can get it. See how much steel they removed from that on that high-speed sharpening process? And there, you know, there is maybe a tiny little dip in the blade. It's the magnifying lens is making it look like there's a big dip in the blade, like right there. See, but honestly though, look at how much steel's been removed from that. So I think for the first time in a long time, I'm actually going to return this knife, even though usually I'll I won't. I'll just reprofile it, resharpen it, just to make it serviceable. Just because, you know, when you buy something sight unseen, it's kind of on you, you know, to you're taking a gamble. So in a lot of instances, that's what I do. But on this one, I can't believe this isn't a factory second. Honestly, this is just such a cheesy knockoff of a good quality knife, and it's got a good feel in the hand. It's got a lot of good features. If I get it returned and it gets a replacement that's serviceable, you know, I'll have to update this video. But as of right now, all y'all that are looking at this knife and you want to spend your 50 bucks on something that'll do actual cutting tasks and not just dig a hole in the garden, and don't waste your money on this Gerber, because it's really not worth it. You know, that's all I had to say, guys. It's Grinder McGee. Grinder McGee out. Make sure to keep your skills sharp, but your knife sharper. Peace.